Welcome back to Rotten Reelz Reviews, audio reviews number 27. And you know, folks, you didn't give me anything to review, so I struck out on my own. Quick question for you. What do you get when you want a Hammer film that isn't following the stereotypical abroad Europe, but actually moves into regions of China? Potentially some martial arts mixing with the supernatural, right? And what happens when you can't get Sir Christopher Lee for the role of Dracula? Well, you get either a sickly-looking mime or possibly a Transylvanian transvestite. This is the legend of the 7 golden vampires. That poor Chinese fella trekking up the hill with those 50-gallon drums because Master Po said it's building him up. I'm not sexing with the goat, I swear. What is this, the Castle Fu Manchu by accident? Did I sit on the remote and change the channel? Oh well, at least racist Christopher Lee is better than, no Dracula Lee. Oh, for God's sakes, I can see the strings. It's like you got a Batmobile there. Super job. Oh, what the fuck? That's not even Christopher Lee. John Forbes of the Vampire Lovers and Life Force? Oh, good. IMDb lists him in Scarecrow and Mrs. King. You remember that series? Of course not, because if you're watching this, you're not even 30, you're a grandparent, or you died, and this is your hell. So the story goes, Dracula's tired of having his castle and land invaded by pesky do-gooders, and gets an invite from the high priest Kai to go to China and join the 7 lost golden vampires, because with it he can rule with their power and dominate the world beyond the grave. Or check in the first psych ward, whichever seems likely. Not sure why he has to, whether or not he has to haul his earthly burial ground with him. The dirt he was buried with. It's going to be a really shady Craigslist ad with a huge money reward at the end. Oh, excuse the baked beans. Thankfully, Drac has learned the art of disguise and manifests himself into an Asian guy. Yeah, alright, whatever floats your boat. Speaking of boats, clearly an academic Van Helsing and his son Leland, played by Robert Stewart of Cromwell, Horror House, and Bless This House, took the slow boat to China as they are in Chongqing. Professor Helsing, once again played by Peter Cushing, delivers a lecture on the occult and vampires, only to find that, the better chunk of his students mock the lecture and up and leave. But one follows him home to tell the tale of an existing legend of vampires that are in the Sichuan province, and by how a lowly farmer attempts to destroy the golden vampires, and even went so far as to steal a golden medallion off of one of these crusty ancient evils, and then the damn critter was stupid enough to leave the crypt after it, and he died. Cushing is very candid. I myself would assume burglar, grab the Webley and let it do my talking. Hey, you crawl into my window in the middle of the night, I'm ventilating the room before going in. It's just how I feel safe. He Xiang, played by David Chiang, is the grandson of said farmer, and to prove the tale is true, he displays the golden medallion as his proof, the sacred Batman symbol. He and his entire family have pledged their lives into ridding Pangquai of the vampires, but they need Von Helsing's expertise, and I gotta say, not a bad idea. Get yourself an old Englishman to assist you with an abominable evil. It's just kind of textbook. We also have a subplot of Leland falling for Mei Kwai and Ching getting all hot and bothered by this blonde Scandinavian heiress, Vanessa Buren. It's 1804. Outsider mixed race marriage issues at all. Yeah, okay, you know what, just to suspend disbelief. The 6 remaining vampires lead a raiding party from the temple to the village for some Chinese takeout, and they scooped up 6-pound girl. Or at least 6 pounds of girl. These girls look really light. The girls get topless and are drained of their fluids in some weird giant cauldron that bubbles, and yeah, I was as clueless as you two. The Kwais, the Chiangs, and the Van Helsings, now all invested in combating this evil, there is some actually serious martial arts and some really good weapon scenes. And I found myself actually enjoying the story, the logical conclusion that a new seat of power for Dracula, but, not enough Dracula, and certainly no Christopher Lee, some minus points. The legends of the 7 vampires is grounded to its roots. Seeing Buddha driving vampires off the land as much as you would ward them off with a cross was a really nice touch. You have some really amazing performers, and Hammer really got a chance to stretch their wings. That being said, though, Cushing feels kind of wasted here, and I would have really loved seeing Christopher Lee at 6'6", just towering over our noble warriors. The budget worked, loved the scenery, the costume, as always, top notch. The orchestral, very impressive, and getting to actually shoot in Hong Kong was amazing. Of course, you realize it's still under British monarchy as a colony, so yeah, I had a hard time getting that out of my head. Still, you got a fun flick, a wee bit of topless for a few scenes, but nothing gratuitous for the sake of, boy, this plot sure is weak. Quick, get them titties out. You had a solid production from start to finish, and it really gave the Hammer fans a taste of the martial arts for their horror film. And that's really all I got to say, folks. Hopefully, you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions, feel free to shoot them up. You can hit me up in the comments. You can catch me on Facebook with Ron Reelz Reviews. And feel free to poke fun at Sean and make sure that he's actually going to have to watch some of this crap too. In fact, I feel you should find a horrible movie for him to review, even if he's just got to write it up. Alright, that's all I got, folks. Take it easy and have a good one. Bye.